Mr. Speaker, to better understand
Oh, no, not at all. No.
Esta composición y poderes se establece en la Constitución de Australia. Los miembros representan a las divisiones electorales según la población. Y ya se encuentra saludando con las autoridades legislativas Milton Dick, presidente de la Cámara de Representantes del Parlamento australiano, con quien también en horas de la mañana tuvo una reunión con el presidente de la Asamblea Nacional de Ecuador, Esteban Torres. Vamos a escuchar entonces su intervención en el Parlamento.
President of the National Assembly, Mr. Esteban Torres and all of the members of the National Assembly for welcoming our delegation and giving me the opportunity to address you today. I'm delighted to be here with you today, as are my entire delegation of Australian parliamentarians. I believe this is the first time an Australian speaker, equivalent to your President of the National Assembly, has had the honour of addressing the National Assembly. I feel privileged to be given this honour on behalf of the Australian Parliament. This is also the first time an Australian speaker has visited different parts of Ecuador, including Guayaquil. It has taken 125 years for an Australian speaker to visit this part of Ecuador. It has taken 125 years since our Parliament was formed in 1901. But I can promise you that we'll be back well before another 125 years passes. I would like to thank personally the many people who have made this visit a reality, including the former President of this Assembly, Mr. Niels Olsen, and Ecuador's Ambassador to Australia, Her Excellency Patricia Terán, and our Ambassador to Australia, our Ambassador to Australia to Ecuador, the Honourable Andrew Martin. In the delegation, we have representatives from both the government and the opposition, because Australia's friendship with Ecuador goes well beyond political divides. I'm pleased to have Senator Andrew McLaughlin as a member of this delegation, given his role of the Vice Chair of our long-standing Parliamentary Friendship Group on Ecuador. Parliamentary diplomacy is something I am deeply committed to, as I know this Assembly is as well. Mr. Acting President, Australians have long loved and admired Ecuador, an incredibly diverse and exotic country. Every year, thousands of Australians travel to Ecuador to experience the towering Andes, your magnificent volcanoes, the extraordinary biodiversity of the Amazon, your beautiful Pacific coastline, and of course, the unique natural wonder of the Galapagos Islands. Australia and Ecuador are geographically distant, but in many ways we are neighbours across the Pacific Ocean. Australia and Ecuador show a deep connection to the ocean and a commitment to protecting our remarkable natural heritage. We both have rich Indigenous cultures that we are proud to preserve, to celebrate and to learn from. The visit of this delegation to Ecuador reflects Australia's commitment to strengthening our relationship with Ecuador and to building even closer ties between two Pacific-facing democracies. Mr. Acting President, Madam Vice President, Ecuador and Latin America more broadly is a region of growing strategic and economic importance to Australia. Ecuador possesses abundant natural resources that will play an increasingly important role in supporting the global energy transition. Australian investment in Ecuador and across Latin America continues to grow as Australian companies recognise this region's long-term potential. We want to work with Ecuador. We want to work across the Pacific to seek to reinvigorate the economy, to boost your economic growth and also to be a partner in reducing poverty. Our bilateral relationship continues to deepen, with mining representing one of the clearest opportunities for expanded commercial and economic cooperation between our countries. In our experience, a modern, sustainable mining sector can make an incredibly important contribution to economic prosperity, attracting long-term investment, creating skilled employment, supporting local communities, protecting the environment and generating government revenue that provides benefits across society for our constituents. We are positive about the steps President Noboa and his government are taking, and with your help, to open up and support Ecuador's mining sector. We agree that mining has the potential to be a key driver of Ecuador's prosperity into the future. Australia is one of the most important mining countries, and Australian companies have earned an international reputation for operating world-leading projects at the highest possible environmental, social and governance standards. These Australian companies are ready to work alongside Ecuador to help realise this potential. Indeed, many Australian companies have a presence in Ecuador, like BHP, Sunstone Metals and Hancock Prospecting. They are assessing future investment opportunities. On the other side, Ecuadorians are making an important contribution to Australia, as many of you travel to our country for education, for skilled migration, and as part of the Working Holiday Makers program. Mr. Acting President, through the years, Ecuador has been one of Australia's most like-minded partners in the international system. We work closely together in the United Nations, the World Trade Organization, on important issues including climate change, oceans governance, and environmental protection. And in particular, within the Interparliamentary Union, where I serve as a Vice President of the Asia-Pacific region, I value the close and collegiate relationship with the South American country group, including Ecuador. And as custodians of the two most remarkable national treasures, the Galapagos Islands and the Great Barrier Reef, we share a responsibility to protect diversity for future generations and our children. To conclude, let me restate how much Australia values its growing relationships with Ecuador across trade, investment, mining, education, Indigenous cooperation, environmental protection, parliamentary engagement, and international diplomacy. Personally, addressing this Assembly will be one of the great honours of my life. All members of our delegation are delighted and honoured to be here today, and we look forward to working with Ecuador's National Assembly and the Ecuadorian people to continue building an even stronger and enduring partnership. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you.
Esa fue la intervención de Milton Dick, presidente de la Cámara de Representantes del Parlamento Australiano, que fue recibida en Comisión General por parte de la Asamblea Nacional del Ecuador. En su discurso agradeció al presidente encargado de la Asamblea Nacional, señor Esteban Torres, y a todos los asambleístas por recibir a la delegación y brindarle la oportunidad de dirigirse a ustedes en esta jornada.
Gracias, asambleísta. Permítame solo decir una cosa. Para la Asamblea es un altísimo honor recibir al presidente, fue un altísimo honor recibir al presidente de la Cámara de Representantes de Australia. Desde hace 125 años de relación no había habido una visita así. Yo les agradezco a todos los legisladores por su educación y comportamiento. Adicionalmente, señor secretario, por favor, por correo electrónico remita a todos los legisladores el discurso en español del presidente de la Cámara de Representantes.